Can you believe it? Artificially Inked just turned 1 year old, and what a wild ride it's been. In just 12 months, this channel has exploded from a tiny spark of curiosity into a full-blown AI-fueled content lab thanks to you, our incredible community. Your support, your feedback, your chaos-fueled enthusiasm, it's what powers this entire project. So from all of us here at the base, thank you. To celebrate, we're going back to the beginning, revisiting one of our very first AI experiments. But this time, we're using today's upgraded tools to see just how far AI has come. Has the tech evolved? Have we improved? Or has Larry just made everything worse? Again? Let's find out together. Welcome to the Artificially Inked Anniversary Special. Let's fire up the lab. The lab's still in a bit of chaos since the last time we checked in, tools scattered, wires everywhere, and Larry might have accidentally deleted our vending machine inventory. Again. Why the frenzy? The team's been working non-stop on our latest project, Undead Sentence, a gritty, retro-inspired boomer shooter. If you're into games like Dead Island, State of Decay, or Resident Evil, this one's definitely worth keeping on your radar. Now, let's rewind. In the early days of this channel, we made a bold claim. AI tools were advancing at lightning speed, and we believed they were ready to challenge human artists for the 3D modeling crown. With powerful platforms like Rodin, Tripo, and Meshy in our arsenal, it felt like an easy win. But things didn't exactly go according to plan. Our AI contenders fell flat against traditionally trained artists. The results were, let's be honest, rough. Especially if you wanted game-ready assets. The promise was there, but the polish, not so much. Well, today we're back for round 2. Drop your predictions in the comments. Can today's upgraded AI tools finally claim the title of heavyweight 3D modeling champ? We're running the exact same test as before, same subject, new tech, and who better to put through the paces than everyone's favorite Super Saiyan, Goku. This time, brought to life by the talented artist Rodin. Let's see if the machines have finally leveled up. Our first stop takes us back to a tool we haven't explored in quite some time, Rodin by Hyperhuman. Rodin has come a long way since our last visit, now packed with new features. One of the most notable is the focal model option, which slows down generation to allow for more refined details, perfect for character work. Let's give it a shot and see what kind of results we can pull. Just like in our previous experiment, we'll keep things simple. Drag and drop our Goku screenshot, hit generate, and let the AI do its thing. One big advantage of using Rodin? You get up to 10 free retries before committing to a final 3D model. That gives us room to fine-tune settings and dial in the ideal output. And surprisingly, your first generation is already strong, capturing a solid likeness from just a single input image. Once we confirm, we can choose our topology. For this character, we're going with a quad mesh, a smart choice if you plan to animate later in the pipeline. Next, Rodin asks whether the model is symmetrical. In Goku's case, with that iconic, gravity-defying hairstyle, we're going with asymmetrical. Now, onto the texture generation. For character models, I highly recommend enabling the face match feature. This zooms in and attempts to accurately map facial features, leading to a much more believable result. And with that, we download the finished model. Next up, we're checking in with Tripo AI, now updated to version 2.5, and it's looking sharper than ever. The workflow here is refreshingly simple. Just drag and drop your image, click generate, and let Tripo do the rest. Within moments, it produces a 3D mesh, and immediately follows up with texture generation. You also get 3 free retries, giving you some flexibility to refine the output if it's not quite hitting the mark. Now, let's talk results. The mesh generation here is genuinely impressive, clean geometry, and solid proportions. However, when we zoom in on the material and texture, especially around the face, things start to fall apart a bit. The detail just isn't quite where it needs to be for character-focused work. Still, Tripo is showing real progress, and it's fast. Now, let's move on to our final contender in this AI 3D battle. Our final stop in this AI 3D showdown is Meshy, a tool that's quickly becoming a favorite here at the lab. In fact, it's already proving extremely useful for creating props and character models in our upcoming game, Undead Sentence. But today, let's see how it handles a true test, our friend Goku. We'll head into the Image to 3D workspace, drag and drop our reference image, and hit Generate. Within moments, Meshy gives us 4 model variations to choose from. Take a close look at each one and select the version that best represents your character. Once selected, Meshy moves straight into texture generation, and just like that, we've got another 3D model ready to join the competition. Now, let's line up all 3 contenders and see how they stack up side by side. At first glance, all 3 tools did an impressive job recreating the overall mesh. Each one captured the general silhouette and handled many of the finer details surprisingly well, especially considering we only used a single reference image. But when we shift our focus to topology, things start to get interesting. Rodin stands out here, delivering a clean quad mesh right out of the gate, an essential feature if you're planning to animate or rig the model down the line. Meshy does offer a quad remesh option, but in our testing, it's proven inconsistent and not ideal for this type of character work. As for Tripo, let's just say its topology is unique, and not always in a good way. Now, when we apply textures, a familiar pattern emerges. Each tool manages decent overall coverage, but the facial region continues to be a common weak point. Interestingly, Meshy appears to be the only one actively trying to reconstruct facial detail in the texture, which gives it a slight edge in that category. That said, it's worth mentioning, Goku might not be the best candidate for this kind of test. His exaggerated anime features don't translate easily into photorealistic detail. In our off-camera testing with other characters, all 3 tools have shown they're more than capable of producing strong, game-ready models. This experiment just highlights how each tool handles a particularly stylized and challenging subject. And there you have it, round 2 of our epic AI showdown. What do you think? Which tool impressed you the most? Let us know down in the comments. We love hearing your takes. While you're there, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a future experiment. These AI tools have come a long way since our first test, and we're just getting started. Would you consider using any of these in your own creative workflow? Before we sign off, make sure to check out our Redbubble store for exclusive artificially inked merch. Every purchase helps support the channel and fuels future content. Until the next experiment, creators, keep dreaming and keep creating.